Okay, welcome to yoga. We are going to have a strong-ish class today. We're going to start by, we're going to start by standing, and then we will make our way down. That's going to be the plan. So start standing at the top of your mat, and then just feel into your feet. Sounds like an odd thing to say, but just kind of roll between the balls and the heels of the feet. Spread through the toes, and then when you're ready to kind of just come to that rest, just plant down the 3 points of the feet, big toe, little toe, heel. Have a nice distance between those toes, and then we're going to think about growing tall through the crown of the head. So we're going to draw up the quads. So we're not really engaging, but we're just kind of standing actively. We're going to just make sure that tailbone is just kind of loosely tucked under, so the bum's not sticking out and the belly's not hanging. We're just going to loosely tuck under, draw the core in so we're strong, roll the shoulders back and down, and then just allow the hands to sit wherever they sit. We're going to close off the eyes. We're going to just very lightly dip the chin towards the chest. Tiny movement. We just want to lengthen the back of the neck. And then in this position, take an inhale and grow tall through the crown of the head just a little bit more, really finding as much length through that spine as you can. We're going to start with just some even breathing. So just to start off with, if you're happy to close the eyes, then do. If you want to soften the gaze, taking the gaze down, then do that. Either or. And then we're going to take some even breathing, knowing that if my pattern doesn't match yours, you're going to do your own. Okay, so when you're ready, let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. The gaze is still softened, the breath smooth and even. Maybe set yourself an intention for today's practice, whatever that looks like for you. With those inhales, keep reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, lengthen the spine. Hold that vision in your mind's eye. Allowing the quiet, the stillness to pass through the body from your foundations between your mat and your feet, and allow that energy to move up through the body. Preparing yourself for the rest of class. When you're ready, you can open up the eyes if you're happy to do so. We're going to take the arms high above the head, reach up out of the waist and spread through the fingers. Lift the gaze, open the throat. Take a little back bend as you begin to lift the chest higher. You're going to start to take the gaze back ever so slightly. Hips push forward, lift through the sternum, find space. And then come into a forward fold. We're going to hinge from the hips. We're going to fold, crown of the head moving towards the big toes. Take weight into the toes rather than heels. Allow the length to be found through the backs of the legs. If you need to bend through the knees, do. Allowing gravity to do some of the work here, hanging heavy. If the legs aren't bent already, take a bend through the knees, chest to thighs. Walk the hands over to the right side. Take a breath in and then a releasing breath. Walk the hands to center and then over to the left side. Take an inhale and then releasing breath out. Walk the hands back through center. Hands to shins, take a half lift. Lengthen the backs of the legs. Release the hands behind you, palms up. Drawing the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest slightly. You look like a beautiful table from the side. Gazing at the top of your mat. And then forward fold here. Legs can be straight, legs can be bent, doesn't matter. Finding that length through the backs of the legs. Okay, we're going to soften the knees. We're going to stack each vertebrae and come all the way back up to standing. And then we'll go one more time. Lifting the hands high, reach up out of the waist, spread through those fingers. And then trace a little line towards the back corner of the room, lifting the chest, find space through the front body, squeeze the glutes and push those hips forward a little bit. Tiny back bend, more of an intention than a movement. And then coming forward, we take a forward fold, hinge from the hips, come down. Lengthening through the backs of the legs, however's going to feel good for you. Take the weight into the toes. See if we can bring the chest a little bit closer in towards the thighs. And then soften the knees. Chest to thighs if we're not there already. Crown of the head reaching down towards the toes. Weight into the heels. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right side. To center and to the left side. Walking back through our center. From here, we're going to start to lengthen through the backs of the legs. Take the hands to shins, find a half lift, crown of the head moving forward. Gaze towards the short end of the mat. If you're happy, release the hands behind you. Palms are up, shoulder blades back and down. Reaching the crown of the head forward, looking like a right angle from the side. Draw the belly in. And then find that forward fold. We've been here before. We know what it feels like. Soft legs or straight, up to you. And then we soften the knees. Stack each vertebrae coming all the way back up. Nice. We're going to take the hands high. From here, we're going to take the hands together. I'll face you so you can see. We're going to then come into a blown palm. As we do, we're going to send the hips to the left. We're going to push through the feet. We're going to lift through the hands. You can interlace the fingers, release the pointer fingers. Arms alongside the ears as we begin to move the hips to the left-hand side. Maybe we can split the hands, spread them a little bit, see if we can reach over towards that right-hand side a little bit more. Push down through the feet, nice and strong. Coming all the way back up. Lifting up out of the waist, find a little back bend. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips forward. And back to center, go on the other side, hands together, release the pinky fingers, and then, not pinky fingers, index fingers, shift the hips to the right, and the hands come over to the left. Push down through that right foot, make sure you've got some strength there so we can move through that side bend a little bit more. Maybe you can split the hands now. Left hand comes a little bit lower, reaching up, imagining you're holding that giant beach ball. Push through the right foot, come all the way back up to standing. Take a little gaze up, little back bend here. Glutes are squeezing, hips pushing forward, and then come back to center. Release those arms. Nice. All right, here we go. Little bit of work. Hands come high. Take a forward fold, hinge from the hips, coming low. Half lift, hands to shins, reaching the crown of the head forward. Forward fold. Take a large step back with that left foot. From here, we're going to come into our high lunge. Bend through that right knee. Back leg strong, push through that right heel. We're going to take the arms out as cactus arms, squeeze the elbows down towards the back of the room, squeezing those shoulder blades together. From here, we're going to do a little bit of strength work, not too much. If you don't want it, you stay here. We're going to lower that left knee, hover towards the mat. We're going to squeeze to come back up. And we're going to go for 5, slowly, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Find that high lunge, push back through that back heel, elbows moving towards the back of the room. Hands are going to come down. Let's find a down dog. Right foot comes back to join the left. Pedal through the heels. You're going to take a little bit of time here. This is your first downward facing dog. So move through the heels, wiggle through the bottom, release through the lower back. Okay. And then once we're here, we're going to take that, we're going to move ourselves forward into a plank position. Elbows are going to be close in towards the body. Breathe the weight forward. You're rolling over the toes, elbows close to the body, lowering down. Untuck the toes. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to lift either baby cobra, or if you want to come into upward facing dog, do. I want you to be mindful of the lower back here. Bringing the belly button forward. Find as much space through that front body as you can. Squeezing those elbows in towards the body, open through the chest. And then coming down. We're going to come into our, back in towards our down dog via plank. Tuck the toes, engage the core. Here we go, lifting up in 3, 2, and 1. And then find your down dog. Pedal the heels. Okay. And then when you're ready, we're going to step hop or jump to the top of your mat. Coming up slowly through each vertebrae. Take a moment here, find a mountain pose, palms forward, shoulders rolled back and down. Bring up those quads, core nice and tight, glutes switched on, tailbone tucked under. And we take a couple of breaths here. Breathing in, feel the chest lift. Breathing out, feel that connection between yourself and the mat. Gazing forward with every inhale, see if we can grow a little bit taller through the crown of the head. Okay, we'll go again on the other side, okay? When you're ready, bring the arms nice and high, look up towards the ceiling, spread through the fingers. We take a forward fold, we're going to hinge from the hips, we come down towards the mat, crown of the head reaching towards those big toes. Hands to shins, take a half lift. Roll those shoulders back as we squeeze the shoulder blades together. Finding that forward fold one more time. Okay, this time round, we're going to take a large step back with that right foot. Think train tracks, not tightrope. We're going to come into that high lunge, push back with that back heel, nice bend through that left knee. Let's take those arms back into our cactus arms again, opening through the chest. And then when you're ready, if you want a little bit of strength work, we're going to lower through that back knee to hover. We're going to squeeze to lift back up again, okay? And we'll go for 5, for 4, but we're taking our time. We want to really feel into this. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Come back into our high lunge. Set those arms nice and strong, split through those fingers. Elbows are edging towards the back corners of the room, open chest. Okay, we're going to take the hands down. Left foot comes back to join the right. Find your down dog. Pedal through the heels. wiggle through the bottom, just releasing the backs of the legs. And then when you're ready, bring the weight forward, back into a plank, elbows close to the body as you breathe that weight forward, coming down through your chaturanga. Untuck the toes, hands can push down into the mat, lifting the chest to a point that is comfortable for you. Really lengthen that front body. If you're moving up through into upward facing dog, those thighs are coming off of the mat. Find space through that front body as a priority. Coming all the way back down, tuck the toes, squeeze the glutes, come up through plank, find your down dog, hinge at the hips, and then pedal those heels away. Okay, when you're ready, step hop or jump to the top of the mat, and then we are slowly pushing through the feet, stacking each vertebrae, coming all the way up towards your standing position, back into mountain pose, standing strong, roll the shoulders back and down, hands are going to come somewhere forward, and we're going to take a couple of breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Taking time, appreciating, maybe coming back to your intention from the beginning of class today. Okay, when you're ready, let's take the arms high above the head, reach up out of the waist, take that forward fold, hinging forward. We're going to take a large step back with that left foot, but this time round we're coming into a warrior one. So coming up, we are looking with our hips forward, the foot is planted down, the heel, we're looking at about 45 degrees, bend through that front leg, drawing those arms up, and then draw the shoulder blades back and down. Just going to hang here for a moment. Okay, we're going to make our way into a warrior three. And once we're there, we're going to do a little bit of strength work should you want the opportunity. Okay, I'll talk you through it. So from here, coming up onto the toes on that left foot. If you want to, you might need a block. If you want a block, you might not. From here, take hands to hips. We're going to start to take flight into that right leg. As we do, left leg is lifting. We're going to lower the torso down as that back leg lifts. Keep the hips level, okay? Keep those hips nice and level. Once we're here and you're happy, we're going to take the left toes, tap down on the mat and squeeze to lift. We're going to go for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back into your warrior one. Bringing those arms nice and high. And then from here, straightening out that right leg, we're going to fold all the way forward, reaching towards your big toe, keeping the hips level. Take a moment here. Always an option to use a block if you need to bring the blocks either side of that right foot. Okay, soften that right leg. We're going to step that left leg to the top of the mat to join the right. All right, slowly, carefully start stacking each of those vertebrae, coming all the way up. And we'll go again on the other side. Here we go. Bring the hands to the ceiling, lift up out of the waist, gazing high. Find space. Take a forward fold. Crown of the head coming down towards the mat. Weight towards the toes. Nice length through the backs of the legs. Okay. And then take a half lift, hands to shins, lengthen crown of the head towards the front wall. Maybe hands release behind you, palms up, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down. You look like a right angle from the side. And then a forward fold here. This time round, we're going to take a step back with that right foot, coming into a warrior one, plant the foot down, and then bend into that left leg on our, not tightrope, train tracks, bringing the arms high, and then allow the shoulders to move away from the ears, making sure that that tailbone is tucked under. If the bum's sticking out, we don't want that so much. Just finding some control through the core. Taking the gaze to the ceiling if that's good for the neck. Okay, so we'll go again like we just did on the other side. Take the hands to the hips. We do that as a reminder so that the hips don't start to lift when we're in our warrior three. Take the toes up, the heel is lifted, and then that weight is coming into that left leg. We're going to start to fold forward. As we do, drop the torso, that right leg is lifting, and the hips are level. We know that because the hands are side by side. Keep squeezing that right glute to lift the leg, gazing at the short edge of the mat. Okay, when you're ready, if you want to do a little bit of strength work here, do. If you want to hang out here, then please stay here. So we're going to take the toes down on that right side, tap down, and squeeze to lift. Squeeze that glute each time, and we'll go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find your way back into your warrior one. Keep that nice bend through that left leg. Anchor down through the pinky edge side of that right foot. And then from here, we're going to start to straighten out that left leg. We're going to hinge from the hips. As we do, keep those hips nice and level, taking the gaze down. Hands can come either side of that left foot. And then if you're super flexible, I'm nowhere close, your nose or your forehead can rest on that left leg. Not a chance is what I'm going to say for today. Not a chance. Okay, let's take a softness through that left leg. Take the hands to the top of the mat. And then from here, we're going to take that left leg back to join the right. And we're going to plant ourselves into a downward facing dog. We're going to hang out here for a few breaths. We're going to breathe deeply in, and then as we release, exhale through the mouth and release away. Focus in on your position, bringing chest towards thighs. Maybe a bend through the knees lengthens the spine just a little bit more. Maybe you feel that stretch a little bit more through the hamstrings. Do what you need to do, but find the resting pose that works for you. Okay. From here, we're going to take the right leg high, reaching the toes to the ceiling. Keep driving that right hip down so we're level. Now we open the hips out. Allow the right foot to come towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes, push those hips forward. We're going to bring that right knee high on that right elbow, across to the left side, over to the right, and bring yourself back to your three-legged dog. We'll go for 2 more of those. Right knee, right elbow, bring it to the left side, over to the right again, three-legged dog. Last one, right knee, right elbow, left side, right side, three-legged dog. We're going to find our way into pigeon. Right knee comes behind the right wrist, The foot trails the left hand wherever it is. Before we bring that left leg back down, come up on those toes still, use the hands to support you, and just start to rock over the ball of that left foot. Just finding a little bit of movement through the hips, but you've got a little bit of confidence because you're connected to the mat through the hands. Put some balance there. When you're happy, bring the left knee down, untuck the toes. And then it's up to you where you go from here. If you are sitting up as a proud pigeon right now, use the hands to push through the mat. We're lifting the belly button forward so we have loads of space through the spine. Shoulders are back and down and the chest is open. If you're happy here and it's pretty comfortable and you want some more, come down onto the forearms or make a little pillow with the hands and rest down into your pigeon. There's a couple of things I'd like you to consider here. If you start to rock into the right side, pop a cushion under that right butt cheek so that you are nice and level in the hips. Just to allow the breath to soften and notice if you are holding tension anywhere. Paying particular attention to that glute if you're trying to grip through the glute. See if you can make it a little bit easier for you. Maybe that right foot comes in closer towards the body. If you're rocking to the right side, use a prop to help you stay in position. It's always a good time to take a bit of a body scan, noticing how you're feeling on one side is really helpful when we go into the other side. And we can compare. Using those exhales to grow heavy on the mat. One more breath here before we start to move. Okay, we're gonna begin to slowly unwind, come back out the way we came. Hands are gonna come down. Gonna tuck the left toes, lift through the back knee, engage the core, push down through the hands and find yourself back into a down dog. Once again, we pedal through the heels. Make any movements that you might need to just to allow the body to decompress. And then pause in your down dog. Take a breath in. Release through the mouth, releasing that breath away. And let's go on the other side. Left leg is going to lift. Keep the hips level to start with. That right heel moving down towards the mat. We open the hips out to the left. Bring that left foot in towards the bottom. Squeeze the glutes, moving those hips forward. Okay, a little bit of core work should you want it. Left knee comes high on that left elbow, crosses to the right side and back to the left. Three-legged dog. Two more of those. Left knee, left elbow, to the right, to the left, and away. Last one. Left knee, to the right side, to the left side, and away. Okay, going to find our way towards our pigeon. Left knee is going to come somewhere behind that left wrist, and the foot trails that right hand. Keep the back leg lifted and roll over the ball of that right foot. Allow those hands to be safely down to give you a little bit of confidence through that hip space. And then when you're ready, settle down, take the back knee down, untuck the toes, and then find the pigeon that suits you. You want a nice open front body. If we're up on the hands, keep moving the belly button forward so that we've got space. And then if you're happy to come down onto the forearms or make a little pillow with the hands, then do that. Now, again, I'm going to ask you just to check in with a couple of things. We want those hips nice and level. So if that left side is rocking and you're beginning to move into that left side, instead pop a block underneath that left butt cheek to give you some stability. We're looking here to melt down into this shape. So we really want to find comfort here. So if you find that you're gripping through the glute, or maybe the kneecap is beginning to lift, maybe you are not breathing in such a regular rhythmic pattern, these are all clues that tell us that something isn't quite right. So please make adjustments so that you can just hang out here comfortably. Good way to check is just breathing in equal counts. Count your inhales, count your exhales. And then we took a little body scan before. It's always a good idea to do that when we're in a moment of peace. So just noticing how this side may differ to the earlier side. Okay, I'm going to spend one more breath here. And then starting to move out the way we came in. Hands come down, tuck the back toes, lift through the back knee, and then take yourself back into a down dog. And use this time just to pedal those heels. We're going to take the knees down, find yourself into a tabletop pose. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands forward and find a puppy pose. Take the chest down, allow the sit bones to look to the ceiling. Maybe the hands come together. You can pass the hands over the top of the head so the thumbs touching the nape of the neck. We've got the bottom stacked over the top of the knees. Can bring the hands back. We're going to spider up the right fingertips and then slide that left arm under the right, resting on top of that right shoulder. Walk those fingertips away. If you're happy here and you can extend that right leg away too, then do. You can get some length through the back of that right leg. Check in with yourself, make sure you're breathing. And then that right knee comes down. If the leg's extended, push down through that right hand. Left arm's going to come out. Let's swap for the other side. Right arm slides under the left. Come to rest on that left shoulder, right shoulder. Walk the left hand away from you. Spider up those fingertips if you've got space through the shoulder. Relax into the neck. And then that left leg can extend as the last thing you do. If you are stable, keep those hips nice and level. Okay, bring the left knee back in if the leg's extended. Left hand's going to push down through the mat, come all the way back out. Cross the ankles and bring the legs out in front of you. Going to make our way down onto our back, and once we're there, extend that left leg away. The right knee is going to come in towards that right shoulder and push through both heels. Allow the shoulders to be back and down so that we have an open chest, and dip the chin slightly towards the chest to lengthen through the neck. Releasing here, cross that right leg or right knee across the body into the left side. Extend the right arm away from you, gazing towards those right fingertips. And then coming back, extending the right leg away this time. Left knee comes in towards the left shoulder. Heels push away. Openness through the chest. Dip chin slightly to chest, lengthen the neck. And then releasing. Right hand takes the outside of that thigh, draw it across the body to the other side. Left arm comes away. Gaze away from you. And then coming all the way back to center. Going to draw those knees in towards the chest. And then come into a happy baby as those feet become flat. We draw those legs in at right angles. Take hold of the outer edges of the feet and just draw those knees back and in towards the shoulder space. Think about the whole length of the spine touching down on the mat, from tailbone all the way to the neck. Popping those shoulders down into the mat. And then maybe a little sway from side to side if you want to, and if you have the balance for it. And then pausing, just closing those knees together. Give yourself a hug together. Bring the forehead up to the knees. And then coming to rest down on your mat. And then finding a place where you can have your final Savasana. Maybe popping on a jumper or bringing over something comfortable. Just resting into that space. And then we're going to finish class the way we started today, with just some simple counting. Counting our breaths in, counting our breaths out, and we're going to pause between each inhale and exhale. So when you're ready, let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Release for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Release 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Release 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Release 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Releasing 4, 3, 2, 1. You feel the heaviness of your body against the mat, the breath coming and going in an easy rhythmic pattern. Now, reminder to go back to your intention from the beginning of class today and revisit it. Taking those breaths in and breaths out. And now, knowing you have nurtured your body, nourished your soul, it's time to turn your attention to that wider world. Maybe starting to wiggle the toes and the fingertips, bringing your awareness back to that wider world, maybe a smell, maybe a sound, inviting it in. And then when you're ready, slowly and carefully come back to a seated position, and I will be there.